Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, three-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run broke. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Steal. Steal.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The Franks looking to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot
was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pushes him over. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Franks. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. Linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. Fourth down, Frank's going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Chargers at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Franks. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Franks now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the... Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Za'Darius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Ready up.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, able to avoid him. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Harris running straight ahead. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Down. Watch it. Six.
Working out of the gun, Franks. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, Franks. He's got this to Pickens. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Chris Barnes there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Mings, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He finds his man Johnson. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Searching 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Setting up play action. Franks. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. On play action, it's Bridgewater.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They find some open field here. here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some room to run now. Touchdown, LA!
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Franks. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The Franks looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Rolling to his right. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now Franks. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Yeah, he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Bridgewater's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pickett to throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown.
Cole Kmet,
A 16-yard touchdown.
and the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pickett again. This time he looks to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
Able to find Pryor. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one's over. It's in the win column.